And welcome to our BPMCon Expert Breakout Sessions. This is the breakout session for Bonitasoft, and with us this morning we have Rafael Allegri, Product Marketing Manager at Bonitasoft. Rafael, welcome back to BPMCon.
Hey, thanks, Vince. Nice to be here.
We're really glad to have Rafael with us this morning. He is responsible for product roadmap for the Bonita BPM and helps ensure that Bonita BPM is delivering the customer needs for both case management and BPM solutions. He began at Bonitasoft in 2012 as a product manager and has been involved in building several major releases of Bonita BPM since his arrival. And prior to joining Bonitasoft, Rafael also helped at UDrive and holds a master's degree in computer science from Polytech Grenoble. In his session this morning, Personalized, Powerful, Easy-to-Change Business Applications, Rafael explores how companies today need applications that can support real continuous change. He'll talk to us about how Bonita BPM platform is providing that. He'll also walk us through how Bonitasoft is helping developers be more self-sufficient and even make real-time changes to existing crucial business applications. And as many of you know, Bonitasoft has an open source heritage, and so he'll discuss a bit about the open source technology and community. Just some quick reminders before I hand it to Rafael. You can download his slides. If you don't already have them, just hit the download slide button right there under the viewing area. You'll also see in that same region we've got some other valuable downloads for you from the Bonitasoft team right now, and those are available without any additional registration required. And we love to make this interactive as possible, so if you have anything on your mind to connect with Rafael or to us here at BPMCon, simply type into the Submit a Question box. And now, Rafael, let me turn it to you and tell us about personalized, powerful, easy-to-change business applications.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rafael Allegri, and I'm the Product Marketing Manager at Bonitasoft. When I talk about what we do for businesses like yours, I like to start with three really powerful realizations. The first is really simple. The entire world today runs on software and applications. We run software everywhere, on local machines, in massive data centers, and in the cloud and on personal devices. These applications help with everything from growing food and keeping us connected to running the business processes your company relies on every day. Which leads us to our second truth. To win in today's competitive environment, you need to be able to adapt to change quickly and continually improve your business processes and the applications that support them. These first two truths led us to realize something that brought a whole new level of inspiration and focus to our company. Your developers are behind the hundreds of applications of our day-to-day business activities. But business is constantly changing, and your applications must change at the same pace. That's why your developers are superheroes in our eyes. They don't just build the processes and applications that drive business. They have to keep them continually up to date. So we decided to do something a bit different. Our focus, our mission on empowering developers to build applications that can support real continuous change. By providing your developers with a better way to more easily adapt to continuous change, you'll be strengthening your business significantly. Let's look at why. In 2013 alone, companies spent $542 billion on custom-built software and applications and middleware alone. That's not just big multi-million-dollar CRM and ERP project either. It's also the things you build on a daily basis to support your employees, your processes, and your systems. Each of those applications costs a ton of money to update and support each year. In fact, in 2014 alone, the cost of supporting and maintaining an application increased by 29%. There is no end in sight to these maintenance cost hikes either. The good news is that you can reverse the cycle. According to Gartner, optimizing your application development and maintenance can cut costs by over 50%. But how do you do that? Enterprise application development with traditional approaches are not designed for incremental updates and improvements that businesses demand. They're too complex, too expensive, and too slow. A far more empowering approach is to set your developers completely free from the rigid process and give them the right tools and the extensibility and freedom to build and update the right applications. Instead of throwing all of your IT budget at one-off custom projects, you invest in a far more self-sufficient way to build and maintain your critical business applications. As a result, cut your development and maintenance costs significantly along the way. It's not just developers that benefit from this approach. Business people get the results they've been promised. They get engaging applications for the business users, plus the flexibility to make changes quickly as new needs arise. In short, developers get the tools and freedom they need to build what business users want. It's a win-win, and you drastically reduce the high cost of maintenance and updates. That gives you a huge competitive advantage, and I'm excited to introduce to you a solution that's available now that is built to do exactly that. Bonita BPM is an end-to-end BPM-based platform for building personalized, powerful, easy-to-change applications to support just about every aspect of your business. It's built on the leading open-source BPM solution. The product ecosystem is composed of thousands of active community members around the world. And in a few weeks, we're about to release our latest beta version, Bonita BPM 7. So how does it work? First, you draw the enterprise process that you want to automate using the standard notation called BPMN 2.0. Since it's based on a standard, you can reuse existing models or export your models to a third-party tool. With this easy-to-use graphical modeler, you can now bridge the gap between stakeholders and developers by involving them directly at the creation of your application. Second, you need your business data model that will be used by your application. From there, you can simply push the run button and it will run a simple process application with auto-generated user interfaces. By supporting you with this out-of-the-box views, we help you build faster. This is a really great way to quick start an example of a potential application because you can show it to your stakeholders and start getting feedback right away. To get a better understanding of how easy it is, you should check out the recent Aeronaut customer success story illustrating where a simple drawing can take you. Once your processes are built, it's easy to design a highly engaging, personalized web user interface. For that, you get our new graphical web-based designer for building great views that will work on every device, so your end user can have access to their application no matter where they are. This new designer in Bonita BPM 7 is very powerful because although it is based on a graphical drag and drop approach, web developers are not limited. In fact, they can write their own code to create new widgets to address any kind of user experience requirements. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are a well-known pharmaceutical company and you need a specific widget for your end user interface that displays the image of the molecule based on its formula, which is being entered by the operator. We don't provide such widgets out of the box, of course, but since we provide a widget factory capability, your web developers can add it using standard web technologies. Our UI designer is based on the latest web technology available on today's market. Once you're done with the design of all the pages and the web forms of your application, you can simply assemble your end user application by organizing your views inside multi-page menus. From there, you're ready to deploy the application and push it into the hands of your users. But this is where the real story starts, because we all know here that when you launch a new application, you get a ton of positive and negative feedback as well. So the smartest way to do this is to quickly launch your first application with minimum scope and to use the top user feedback to improve it over the time. At Bonitasoft, we are really convinced that making your applications easy to maintain and update is key to your success. So to make this work, we introduced a new concept called contracts, which offers a clear separation between processes, business data, and user interfaces. This modular architecture brings in greater flexibility and agility and offers the ability to apply on-the-fly changes without impacting the other part of the application. As an example, you can modify in real time your running procurement application by adding a new dashboard page with your supplier scorecards, for example. Or you can simply update the look and feel of the existing web form. The results are amazing. Here is a simple procurement application that I just created. I did that with Bonita BPM 7. In this example, end users can create and manage procurement requests. The entire procurement workflow has been automated for optimized business outcomes. All the elements that you see here, like the application menus, the layout, the theme, the content, everything is personalizable. We're giving you the right tools to match with any kind of business requirements without compromising the user experience, and this is very important for us. Since our solution offers many ways to integrate with other systems, you can connect with any kind of external data. Users can see dashboards and analytics they need to do their jobs more efficiently. Our customers come from just about every industry and use Bonita BPM in nearly every aspect of their business. Basically, if it's process-driven, it's perfect for Bonita BPM. From managing the onboarding process for contractors to automatic user account provisioning, the applications are virtually limitless. 100% of our customers can tell you they function far more efficiently after automating their core business processes using Bonitasoft technology. For your business and your developer team, the advantages are significant. First, you'll get your applications out of the door faster. Second, you'll cut the maintenance costs drastically, since the application can update in real time as you apply changes. Third, your users are happier with a more personalized experience and the tools you built for them. And last, your business gets far more visibility into how your critical business processes are performing. Compared to other BPM technologies, we took a really different approach. Most of BPM vendors take a zero-code approach that leaves you with a very hard-to-update application that don't always meet your business requirements. At Bonita, we do the opposite. We believe a BPM implementation can't be successful without empowering developers with the right tooling, plus the ability to extend that tooling and write code whenever and wherever they need it. Bonita BPM lets you create applications that are built for change, since developers and business users can easily apply changes over time. That's possible because we clearly separate business processes, business data, and user interfaces in our platform architecture. We offer two types of licenses. Our community version is a BPM platform to model processes and data and build applications to support them. For businesses that need to scale even bigger, needs professional support and requires personalized user interfaces and the flexibility to make changes, we offer our commercial subscription version. To make sure you get the most from Bonita BPM, we offer global support, great training, consulting options, and the best partners to get the most of your investment. And last but not least, we've built a user community with over 120,000 members. It's an amazing place to talk business process, BPM, application development, and to ask technical questions. Go to community.bonitasoft.com and see yourself. Today, we're proud to be the fastest growing open source BPM provider in the world, with more than 1,000 customers in 75 countries. A lot has changed since 2001, but our mission hasn't. We build software by developers for developers. Thanks to the continued support of our customers, our partners, and the entire developer community, we have supported millions of downloads of our products to date. With that said, I really invite you to download our software and try it out today. Thank you for inviting us to BPMCon. Have a great day and lots of fun with Bonita. So let me now pass over to Vince for the Q&A session.
Excellent, excellent, Raphael. Great session, great overview of the power of an open source approach to BPM apps and case management. And thanks for giving us a little detail about the inside of the technology at Bonitasoft.
Thanks.
So, Raphael, this was a really great session because it triggered a number of different questions, both from the technology side as well as the business results or the delivery impact side. And let's start with just how easy and how powerful the Bonitasoft platform is, both the runtime and the design time. Question here says, can the speaker give us more details on how developers actually use the designer to build prototypes and even live applications? I'm especially interested in how much hard coding we need. It sounds like not much.
Sure, that's a great question. So first of all, this new UI designer can be used for both. So building the traditional process web forms that are involved in your process, and also the UI designer can be used to build those wonderful application pages. So it's really the main tool to take care of all the user interfaces of your application. So as I said, it's a graphical environment with a very intuitive drag and drop approach. So you have a widget palette, and you can just drag and drop them into your working area to build your user interface. So what we do is we provide a lot of out-of-the-box stuff, but we learned our lesson. We know that it's not enough, and developers need those very smart extension points where they can add their own code to develop their own thing. So this is why we have this widget factory capability where they can code whenever they need it to answer those business needs. But we do provide a lot of out-of-the-box things along with this capability to extend the tool. So the possibilities are limitless, and you can also export the generated code. Everything is based on standard technologies, so it's a very powerful tool.
Wow, that's very good, very good. You know, another question related to that is kind of the runtime, or how these applications run throughout the enterprise. And let's try this question. Today, we're pushing BPM and case management apps well beyond the department walls. In fact, we're finding BPM requires integration and even consistent data management across multiple silos or business units. Can Bonitasoft do these multi-silo BPM projects?
So Bonita BPM is well known to be very good at connecting to any kind of external systems. We have different things in our solution that makes that happen. One of the main things for us is what we call the connectors. So with Bonita BPM, you can actually use out-of-the-box connectors to connect to any kind of data sources, any kind of external systems on the cloud, on premise, anything you want, like the social network, like your ERP, like your Salesforce, any kind of systems that are part of your environment. So we come up with out-of-the-box stuff, but it's not the end. We also provide you the capability to develop and code your own connectors. And we're actually about to launch a new connector development toolkit that will help you to develop those connectors faster and that will help you with the testing of this code. So basically, using that, it's very easy for us to integrate our solution to an existing environment and to get the data where they are. In addition to the connector capability, we're also working on the web APIs. What we are doing is we're building an extensible framework for the web REST API so that developers can, of course, use the one we're providing out of the box, but we realize that to build really powerful business applications, they needed more. So what we're introducing in Bonita BPM 7 is what we call the extensible web API framework. And basically, developers will be able to code their own resources and make them available within the Bonitasoft web API framework. So this is a very powerful approach, again, to extend the capabilities of the solution and to make sure we can address any kind of business requirements.
Wow, that is so powerful. Let's pivot a little bit to the business side. And the question comes in, what are some of the top benefits that Bonitasoft is seeing from customer adoption of its approach to BPM?
Very good question. I would say that what is unique about the Bonita BPM is the fact that you can really start quickly a small thing that you improve and make it bigger, and from there you'll get amazing benefits. So our strengths are today we're very open, so you can connect to any kind of systems around, so the integration is easier with Bonita BPM. Then the capability to really follow this incremental iterative approach helps our customer to actually go to production and build something real in a fast period of time. And this is the key thing, because we all know that those business applications, those process-based applications, when you automate a manual process, the business benefits are huge. I mean, all our customers are telling us, like, yeah, before we were doing that manually with many risk of errors and losing a lot of money. So now with Bonita BPM, we can really trust our system, and we're way more efficient because most of the process is now being automated.
You know, you bring up a good point there, Raphael, the idea that people now want a much more streamlined approach toward BPM, especially compared to BPM or case management solutions in the past. Just from a big picture point of view, can you put in context what Bonitasoft thinking is for this kind of new Gen BPM compared to not just competitors, but maybe earlier generations of BPM?
Excellent question. I would say in a world where custom developed applications are hard to maintain and modify, and in the other hand, out-of-the-box tools provide blandly generic forms and portals, we have built our BPM platform specifically to empower developers to build highly personalized user interfaces, give them freedom to code where they want to, and even allow them to modify live deployed applications, all to keep their business users on top of business evolution.
Excellent, excellent. You know, I see time is just about up, but I can't let you go, given Bonitasoft's open source heritage, without getting a little more information about Bonitasoft's open source versus commercial engagement model. Can you tell us a little bit more about how folks can engage with the Bonita community as well as the community edition of Bonitasoft BPM?
Sure, excellent. So as I mentioned before in this presentation, we have a very active community. We're an open source company. And so today our community is composed of 120,000 members, and every day we have people like posting questions on the forums. We have people contributing. I was mentioning, you know, the connectors. So these are the extension points that are actually used to make new contributions. So we have people contributing with new connectors. We have people contributing with new custom widgets. We have people contributing with new pages. It's a very dynamic community, and we are very proud of this, and we support this whenever it's good to do it. For example, I was mentioning Bonita BPM 7, so let me tell you a little bit about the roadmap. We actually were convinced from the beginning that the capability to build those business applications with this platform, everything is actually available from the community edition that you can download for free on our website. So we're very grateful to have this community.
And speaking of the download, that's a great way for folks to get started, not just with the PDFs that your team have brought for us here in this room, but to actually go and get the code and play with it. Give us a sense of what your licensing is and how people can go and get the community edition.
So getting the community edition is very easy. You just have to go to our website, community.bonitasoft.com, and you just download the software. So I really recommend you to download our open source community edition, try it, play around with the model, and implement a simple application. Think agile and continuous improvement. Ask yourself, what is your business goal? How do you reach it? How do you measure the achievements? Once you have the vision, communicate with your sponsors, key stakeholders, developers, make trials and errors, have fun, improve the application, improve everyone's day-to-day life. It's simple. That's how you get started.
We love simple here at BPMCon, so that's a great answer. Raphael Legre, Product Marketing Manager at Bonitasoft, thanks very much for a great session about the state of open source BPM at Bonitasoft, and especially for taking so many questions, both on the IT and the business side. Really great session. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
And as we love to do here at BPMCon, Raphael mentioned the download that's available right now. We're going to have a link to that, as well as some other great resources we couldn't fit here in the breakout room to Bonitasoft, and those links are showing right now. Thanks again, everyone.